quiet day here in southern Minnesota. Maybe too quiet. This time of year, it would be a winter wonderland. But you may be wondering why there's no winter on the land. I had a chance to sit down with Abigail Montgomery, local professor at the University of Minnesota, who said there may be no snow to fall after fall ever again. Thanks for taking the time to talk with me, Abigail.
You know what? I brought you a cup of Joe.
Oh, thank you. That's very thoughtful.
You're welcome. This is our thinking juice. It's been bringing us on our journey the whole way through.
Well, I have a couple questions for you, Abigail. What is your theory about snow never falling after fall?
Think of it as a huge snow globe, Minnesota. Think of it as a snow globe.
Right.
The liquid inside the snow globe eventually has to settle at the bottom or gets curdled up and junked up at the top.
Right.
So, in theory, eventually it's so clumped up that it can't go down or it can't go up.
I see. So do you think it'll stay in the top or the bottom?
We're thinking the sky.
Okay.
Because that's where it's coming from. Now this is just new research that we've actually discovered.
Okay.
The snow doesn't come from the bottom to the top. It actually comes out of the sky and falls downwards.
Right. How long have you been researching this topic?
Physically, a couple of months. Mentally, my whole entire life.
Wow. Have you done any testing of your theory?
What was that?
Have you done any testing of your theory?
Did a lot of testing for the theory. Basically what we do is we go into my apartment and we take the snow that's on the ground and we put it up onto the ceiling and we try to stick it up onto the ceiling and see if we can get it clumped up enough so that it will stop falling down. But ultimately so far it has always at least fell down or melted. Did a lot of studying of the snowmen. Okay, interesting creatures. They're not made until someone makes them.
Right.
But once adapted into 3 balls of snow, they seem to take on a life of their own with stick hands and carrot noses. We're not sure how they got there yet.
So when do you think this is going to occur?
Scary thing is it already has. That's the scary thing.
Really?
It's a scary thing. It already has. It's scary. It's a thing and it already has.
But Professor Montgomery, what about all this snow on the ground?
What'd you just say to me?
There's snow.
Take this. Throw it at my face. Throw it at my face. This is the only way it'll get across to you. It kind of does feel like real
Sounds
snow.
like real snow, yeah.
But I'm telling you, the government has planted it here. It's put it here. The government has, okay? They don't want us to panic, so they put it here. They don't know what they're going to do. What are we going to do without snow? All these plow companies out of business. Everybody who wants to shovel to get their kids an allowance. The economy will go down the hill, down the road, down the way. Everybody is just not going to have windshield wipers and scrapers for their windshields. We won't have those anymore. And heat won't even matter, and gloves will go out of business, and scarves and hats and coats, winter jackets will all go out of business. What is Minnesota without snow? It's like there's nothing else we can do. The snow is what keeps us here. It's what keeps us the Minnesota.
It's kind of tastes funny.
The Minnesota.
You put something in this?
Yeah, it's the thinking. That's our special thinking juice. You got LSD in that.
Whoa, man. I think you took a little too much acid. There's nothing to a room but what isn't there. I got much room in my head to spare. My mind is expanding to my understanding. There isn't anything of which I'm not distinctly aware. I'm in the 17th century, fighting the men from space. Lizardfish geometries connectively interlaced. If everything had happened, now would be when, until it shudders off its feathers without a trace. In trance, I'm skipping the breeze, spinning down the spiral all across the trees. Levels and modalities emerging as one. The universe is beautiful and fractals are fun.
What the fuck? It's a duck with a Fisher hat pissing out a rainbow in a rusty vat. It's my grandma in a CIA uniform, all pixelated sideways like through a bee swarm. I'm either at a shitty rave or I'm dead. I'm a series of multicolored bubbles in the head of a unicorn in the real world where chickens can fly. Motherfucker, I'm on acid, I can reach the sky.
If you ever leave me, I'll kill you. What? No, I'm not with the tree. The tree means nothing to me.